whether you're working on dinner or working on your six-pack, we're here for you in your earbuds every single day with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Whether you're trying to build the perfect website, build an online course, or get started with a business plan, check out our free guides over at 100mba.net/guides. We are here to build the business you want, so go ahead and check those out completely for free to download over at 100mba.net/guides. In today's episode, you will learn, do you need to be using Periscope? It seems like every single day a new social media app comes out. Some of them get a lot of buzz and some don't. One of the apps that's really getting a lot of attention is Periscope. A lot of people in our space are using it in business, are using it to grow their audience, to connect with their audience. Is it something that you should be doing? I get into what Periscope is, how it can help you, and whether you need to make it a priority or not. Let's get into it. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by HostGator. Whether you're looking to build a website, register domain names, or market your website with pay-per-click marketing services, then HostGator is the way to go. HostGator is our hosting service provider of choice. We use it for both our websites. We love them because they're reliable and their service is fantastic. You can contact somebody any time of day, 24/7, with their live support via chat, phone, and email. And best of all, they do it all without breaking the bank, and they're hooking up every listener with an amazing discount, 25% off web hosting with HostGator. Just go to HostGator.com and use promo code OMARHookup. Again, that's HostGator.com, promo code OMARHookup. Periscope describes itself as exploring the world through someone else's eyes. Now that sounds very grand, but what does that mean in terms of a practical use of an app? In plain English, Periscope is live streaming video from your smartphone. You can launch a live event and start recording video live and show people what is in front of you with your camera. You could be periscoping an event, a talk, or maybe you're giving the talk. Participants on your Periscope session can leave comments, and they can leave hearts, which is like likes. And Periscope is completely intertwined with Twitter. Actually, Twitter came up with Periscope. So you can follow people on Periscope via Twitter. When you start a Periscope, everybody who follows you will get notified that you've started the Periscope so they can join. And that's probably the key differentiator here. People get a notification on their phone. It interrupts their life and lets them know, hey, there's something going on here you don't want to miss. Now, people can join your Periscope by just clicking on the link that's on the notification. They don't have to register. There is no email capture, and they just watch your live streaming video. They can comment, of course, like I said, and give you some hearts. So what does this mean for you as an entrepreneur? How could this tool be useful? Why are people talking about it so much? What's all the buzz when it comes to Periscope? And do you need to do it? Are you missing the boat if you're not on Periscope? Let's get into all those questions right now. First of all, Periscope is one of the fastest growing apps I've seen. It went from non-existence to a wild rage where everybody is talking about Periscope and using Periscope. And Periscope is just a brand. There are other apps that do something similar. One of the more popular ones is Meerkat, and Meerkat actually came out before Periscope. So a lot of people ask, is using Periscope or Meerkat like a webinar? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, because it is live streaming video, and there are people that join the video and they can chat. So on the surface, it looks just like a webinar, but you're using your mobile phone instead of your laptop. But Periscope is very unstructured. It's very impromptu. Yes, you can run a structured lesson, but again, you can only use your camera. It's not like a webinar where people can share their screens, they can share PowerPoint slides, they can give a lesson. And also on a webinar, you're actually hosting the webinar on a webinar page where people can click on links, they can buy products, they can read about you as the host. It's a bit of a different experience for the actual attendee. In addition to that, no one has to give up their name or email address to register for a Periscope. They do with a webinar, which is one of the most powerful things of a webinar. Webinars are known for growing people's email lists like crazy because of this. Webinars are a bit more formal, a bit more structured. They tick all the boxes, and they're actually a great place to do business. Periscope is more of an impromptu thing. It helps you grow your audience and your following on Twitter or Periscope, but it's not the best tool to offer your products and services. Very few people, actually, I don't know any entrepreneurs that use Periscope to sell their products and services. Instead, they use it to include their audience in what they're doing at work, in their business, or in their leisure time, in their free time. A lot of people Periscope at events, at conferences to share the experience. And some conferences are not liking it because, again, you're live streaming their event where people paid a ticket for. So how can you use Periscope to help your business, to grow your audience? Well, Periscope is a great marketing tool. The best way to look at it, it's like a live streaming video version of Twitter. Instead of sending out tweets, you're broadcasting live video. People get notified, just like on Twitter. And you can tell them, hey, I'm preparing for a webinar, or this is a new course I'm working on, or check it out, I'm on my way to this conference, I'm here in the airport. It's a great way to engage with your audience on a personal level. It's also a good way maybe to share your personal thoughts on things. Maybe you want to share advice, tips in your area of expertise. And Periscope is fairly new, so you can grow your audience quite quickly and have a large following in no time. But just like any piece of software, any app, it's a tool. The content that you actually present with that tool is what matters. I like Periscope. I think it's a good idea. I think that it humanizes social media a little bit more. I think it's the next level of Twitter, but it's not for everybody. The nature of Periscope is that it's live video. You got to be comfortable in front of the camera. If you don't like being on camera on live video, where whatever you say is being broadcasted live, then you're going to have a hard time getting used to it. But having said that, I think it's a good way to practice being on camera. It's actually a good rehearsal for webinars or even speaking on stage because you have to think on your feet. And then you can review your performance on Periscope because Periscope saves your videos for 24 hours, so you can watch the recording within the next day. Overall, I think it's worth a try. I think you should check it out and see if it's good for you. See if you can incorporate it in your marketing campaigns. There's a lot of social media apps out there, but I think Periscope is actually useful and can really show your personality to your audience. Guys, I got more on today's lesson, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, HostGator. When it comes to your website and hosting your website, you don't want to mess around. You want to go with the pros. And that's why we recommend HostGator. We use HostGator for the $100 MBA and Webinar Ninja. Not only is HostGator reliable and easy to use, their customer support is amazing. 24/7 live support via phone, chat, or email. So if you need any help with your website, securing a domain name, getting some marketing services, getting some design services, there's someone there you could speak to at any time of day, any day of the week. I love that. And best of all, they do it all without breaking the bank. In fact, they're hooking up every listener of the $100 MBA show with 25% off. Just go to HostGator.com and use promo code OmarHookup. Again, that's HostGator.com. Use promo code OmarHookup for 25% off HostGator. I'm very cautious when I recommend a new social media app or even encourage people to check something out because I don't want it to distract you. I'm not of the belief that every time something new comes out, you got to jump all over it and go all in. You have to prioritize when it comes to building your business. If you have a production schedule, whether that's publishing a new blog post every week or a video show or a podcast, that comes first. Keep moving forward with that. Keep pumping out that content. If you have some time to check out Periscope, go ahead and do that. But if you don't feel like you're missing the boat. Periscope or Snapchat or any of the new apps that come out, they're not going to make or break your business. Again, it's just a tool that can help you out, can help you market your business. It can help you get in front of an audience. But it's not the only way to do it. And if it's not for you, don't worry about it. If you don't like being in front of video, if you're not a live video kind of person, just forget about it. Move on to tomorrow's episode. It's okay. But if it's something that does interest you and you have the time to explore it, do it. But don't let it interfere with your production schedule. Don't let it interfere with you running your business, with you building your audience and creating great value for them. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, guys, on the weekends, we have Q&A weekends where we answer your questions right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can send me a tweet on Twitter. My handle is BizRepublic, B-I-Z Republic. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA show and subscribing. We all love you dearly. It means so much to us that you're listening every single day. All right, guys, I want to leave you with this. There's nothing wrong with you scheduling some time to check something new out. If you heard this episode and you're like, I want to check out Periscope, you don't have to jump in and do it now. You could put in your calendar a month from now, or 2 weeks from now, or a week from now, and allot an hour or two to check it out, to install on your phone, to play around with it, and see if it's right for you. One, by planning and scheduling it, you feel like, okay, I did that. I covered that base. And then two, it doesn't interrupt your workflow. You keep doing what you're doing, but you made time for it later on. Guys, I hope that helps. I hope this concept or this mindset of when you hear about something new, You don't have to go ahead and check it out immediately. You can make time for it later on. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.